Good afternoon, honorable delegates of the 7th edition of Sofimun. My name is Alexandra Serison and I will present to you the news of the second day of debates. The Security Council presented a draft resolution on the second day surrounding the issue of the crisis in Ukraine. The most important parts of it were the following: the demand of implementing a ceasefire, also for the cease of military exercises of all the states that are near Ukraine, the calling for a creation of a UN interim peacekeeping force for Ukraine. It will have the tasks of registering all legally permissible arms and ammunition, of confiscating illegal ones, and providing reports to the Security Council. The resolution also urges the authorities of Donetsk and Lugansk People's Republics to negotiate with the Ukrainian government about the upcoming elections. An advisory proceeding statement by the International Court of Justice was also called for. This statement announced the current Ukrainian government to be unconstitutional and recognized the full right of Ukraine to defend its territory. The insurrection of pro-Russian groups on the Crimea island was seen as illegal as well. Today the Council will continue discussing the statement.
It gave those parties which were in favor of the Crimea, of giving back the Crimea to the new government, it gave them a lot of power because they could argue that the Russian forces were illegal. On the other hand, it gave the parties which were arguing on the self-defense for the Russian citizens, especially Russian, gave them an argument to say, well, we are just defending people who are basically our citizens, or basically culturally linked to us, and we had to defend them. And the new government was a coup d'etat. So both sides gained and both sides lost. And what ended up happening through the negotiations is that we agreed on the factor to leave out the entire political debate on the political union of the Crimea.
On the second day, the Economic and Social Council continued debating on the topic of legalizing drugs in Latin America. A one policy that fits all was seen as impossible to reach. Prevention and punitive measures for drug abuses were fairly discussed, and the replacement of drug crops with other feasible alternatives was also proposed. On the issue of legalizing marijuana, Japan, Russia, and Panama joined forces against it, while the UK, Italy, France, Germany, Colombia, and Portugal worked together to draft their position in favor of legalizing. Only the delegate of Albania remained on its own.
Regarding this issue, we are very firm in our position. We do not want any form of legalization of any drugs, even soft, hard, which are in the classification. Our view is made from 3 points. First of all, legally speaking, the use, the consumption, selling, trading with drugs is quite illegal, and also our criminal code imposes some punishments regarding this. Secondly, socially, drugs are a source of violence, and as we become more fueled, more protests are more frequent in different states, we should take this into consideration that drugs may escalate the current situation, and we should be very careful among the youth people, which is a very important problem. And thirdly, religiously speaking, it's also against the morality and the ethical principles, which Quran also states that we should avoid any form of intoxication, such as alcohol and drug use.
The second day of debates came out productive for the Human Rights Council. Firstly, the delegates focused on the violation of human rights of children of illegal immigrants. A proposed solution was a better monitoring system. The delegate of the UK stated a willingness to help the other countries and proposed the non-European countries to offer help as well. Stricter laws were offered as a solution to the topic by the delegate of Saudi Arabia. The committee was planning to use the collaboration of the NGO Amnesty International, but the draft resolution might turn out to be agreed upon by all members, and they decided to cancel their request. That was all from the second plenary day. My name is Alexandra Sarison, and on behalf of the Sofimun News Network, I wish you a pleasant evening.